So, you've come to the courtroom. It's time to present your case. No, that joke is terrible. This was a terrible intro. Okay, scratch that. Today on Player Profiles, please do not shorten. I want to stay monetized. We are talking about everyone's least favorite archetype, the judge. The judge is simple. The judge likes to control the game in a very commanding way. They have big presence, big sense of self, big high charisma stat for those D&D players. Usually attracted to the colors black, white, and blue because it gives them the most control over the game. As someone who is more libertarian in his views, I very much always, every time I see a judge, I'm like, you gotta die first. I do what I want. I don't want to do what you tell me to do. Which is kind of the easiest way to set a judge off, in that you do something they don't want you to do, whether that be untap the wrong lands or have too much mana up. They will put the judge gavel and hit you so hard, you will think you were... Well, I can't make that joke for legal reasons, but let's just say it's akin to several interesting happenings over the last few years. The black people know what I'm talking about. But yes, essentially the judge very much likes to institute order in a game and control the game through that way. They are very much like a ruler of the game, in that they want the game to go a specific way, and like whether win or lose, very honorable, very noble, very law-abiding citizen type. Your paladins, your paragons, that kind of stuff. Unless they're just unhinged, then you kind of just have no idea what you're in for, except just good luck. The easiest way to beat a judge is to either A, be more honorable and more fair than they are, so much so that they choke on their own fairness and will just keel over and kill themselves. Not literally, of course, because they lost their own moral code, or just be a heavier hitter. Because that's the thing, they're only as heavy as they're only as hard as they can hit. And if you can just actually take the hit and just hit them right back, they don't always have necessarily the most efficient of retaliation. But that's only a sometimes thing. What would a judge look like? What are some player profiles that you would see of a judge? Well, at the cEDH level, I have a great example. Our lovely executive producer, who's always behind the scenes doing whatever it needs to get done, Mr. Zachary Banks. He is a judge through and through. I mean, his current commander is Tivit, Teller of Secrets. That's kind of all you need to know. I've gone at lengths as to why Tivit is powerful and strong and very much a big body. So that's a perfect judge commander, whether at casual or at lower levels. At the more casual spectrum of the game, I'm not entirely sure, because you don't really see a lot of that with newer players and more casual players, because they're just I want to make sure everybody has fun. So I guess a little bit of a judge exists in everyone at that level. But definitely at that cEDH level, you're definitely going to run into those players who just they're going to present a wall that you kind of have to figure out how to play through. The archetypes they're going to are going to be stacks, control, mid-rangey type stuff that makes it so you play the game on their terms. Lucky for them, I can adapt. I can play a game on any terms, or lucky for me, unlucky for them. So you say we can only cast one spell. I'm making sure every spell I cast is insane. And stuff like that. But that's kind of how you have to play against the judge. Play his game better than he can, or just have better stuff, or just be lucky. That always kind of supersedes anything else, any other advice I can give. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. This has been BDK with Player Profiles. Please don't shorten. I want to stay monetized, and have a nice night, y'all.